What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are not going to be doing any challenge videos, any custom zombies, any rankings, nothing like that. Today I really want to talk about zombies as a whole. There's been a lot of news and speculation and rumors and stuff talked about in the zombies community, MWZ, and Call of Duty Gulf War potentially coming out the end of this year, and even past that into the Black Ops 2 sequel that's supposed to come out into 2025. And I just want to talk about zombies from the start of MWZ to where we are now, and a little bit into the future, what's in store for us as zombie fans, as zombie creators, as people who just want to see zombies in the best state as possible. Now, I am going to kind of tie in my own channel into this in the sense of what we're going to do moving forward. As you guys know, I don't play a lot of MWZ, but there's reasons for that, and I'll get into that and everything. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, and if you have any thoughts on this, drop them below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the situation. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. From the start, man, 2023, Modern Warfare 3 has come out, and what do we get? We get Modern Warfare Zombies. It is a lot like Outbreak in the sense that it is a lot more open. There's objectives or contracts and so on and so forth you get to do. They have Easter eggs, they have schematics, they have all these really neat, cool things, and I actually really like it, and a lot of people do. MWZ actually was so successful. It was one of the more successful zombies they've had off of launch, and really, in the first season, it was a pretty big success in my eye. And it's crazy to think this because we are only just now getting into season 2 of Modern Warfare Zombies, and it seems like the content might already be at a halt. Some of you may have seen this, some of you may have not, but Mr. Jalek JD came out with a tweet and was talking about how they have no plans to further introduce any new perks or any new enemy types in future updates at all for MWZ. And to some people, that's pretty weird, to me especially, and some people might not care a whole lot, like, oh, enemy types, whatever, there's plenty, it's fine, whatever. Same thing with perks, we don't need all these other perks, blah, blah, blah. But what's weird is they have teased images earlier in the timeline and earlier in the months that really hinted and kind of pushed us in the direction that they would be adding new perks. Widow's Wine was one, Mule Kick was another, and we thought maybe we got a little revamped style. They even had a little badge for them. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna try to find the picture. I've seen it on Twitter before. If you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Now, with them announcing this, that leaves some people wondering, like, okay, was that just bait, or did they scrap it? Has it been scrapped? Maybe, but why? With how successful MWZ has been, supposedly, of course, why all of a sudden are they scrapping these ideas that they know people want? Why are they not releasing better content at the start of season 2 instead of in season content? It doesn't really make much sense. They're not really doing anything to bolster it up, heist it up, and expand and add to the huge success that they have apparently had. Because I know there are plenty of people who do like MWZ, I included. I have played my fair share. Now, you have not seen it on the channel, but in my spare time, I've definitely played a lot. As of late, I haven't, because I'm not saying I got old or I got burnt out or whatever the case may be, but I just felt like they should have kept adding more than they had. It seemed promising, and they even talked about things that seemed like, oh yeah, this is gonna work, and then they just kind of never did. Now, to tie all that together, what really kind of throws me off is this is a Modern Warfare game, of course, but Treyarch was kind of in the driver's seat for developing this zombies. Treyarch has been working on MWZ for the most part, and now, as of, I don't know if it is a rumor, a leak, or what, as of this week, I believe Treyarch has officially left MWZ, and they're no longer going to be working on it, and it has actually been picked up by, what is it, High Moon Studios? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is what has been going around. So, is this good or is this bad? Well, with the way it sounds, Treyarch leaving and no longer working on MWZ, and them already saying, hey, look, we're not going to do any new perks, we're not going to do any new enemy types. They do have little events like the Horde event that is going on right now. Of course, stuff like little schematics, things of that nature, but nothing really big and huge to really want to make people keep coming back to it over and over. Now, with all that being said, should we expect to see more big updates coming for MWZ in the future? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that they are probably going to do what they did with DMZ, and they're going to showcase it, have it be this big thing, yada, 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 and then they're just going to let it die, basically. They're just going to let it die, and for what reason, I don't know. If it was really as successful as they thought, or as they say it was, you would think that they would put more of an effort into these things. Now, with Treyarch no longer working on MWZ, this leads me to believe, okay, the COD 2024, Call of Duty Gulf War, that is supposed to be coming out around about October. It is set to have zombies made by the one and only Treyarch, okay? Does this mean that we're gonna get a good, awesome, banging zombies that we all want? I don't know, and no one really knows, because at the end of the day, it's not up to the developers of the game. It's not up to the people actually sitting down and making the things that they want to make. Because if you look online, you can see in any game where developers don't always agree with what they have to do. At the end of the day, they are at the will of the people in charge. The people in charge of them who tell them, hey, like, this is what we're doing. We need you guys to make it. That's basically what it is. It's not like, you know, do what you guys want. It's more just like, hey, this is what we have plans for. This is how we want it to be. It's up to you guys to do our vision for us. I'm getting a little carried away. I'm not trying to get scatterbrained, but back to Gulf War. Treyarch is going to be working on it. Now, have they been slacking this whole time, or not even really working on it while they've been working on MWZ? I don't know. I assume they've been working on both. And that just makes me think that's not going to be good. That just makes me think that we're not going to be getting a zombies experience that we are all hoping for, even with this next Call of Duty cycle in 2024 at the end of the year. I just don't see it happening. The game is set to come out in October, and that leaves roughly 8 months. And if they haven't been given its full focus up until now, and who's to say that's even true? Again, it's just rumors and speculation as far as my knowledge. But they are, I'm sure, on a very tight crunch when it comes to these things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Again, it's hard for me to get information that I fully trust. I just go by what I kind of see, hear people talking about this, and that. If you guys have any other inputs or have seen other things, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, okay? This is not all 100% facts. I just want you guys to know that right off rip. I'm not saying this is all guaranteed for sure. Boom. But it is what's been talked about the most here in the last really a week or two. So do I have high hopes for Gulf War, and should you have high hopes for Gulf War Zombies? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. They haven't been able to give it its undivided attention like other zombie games in the past. And kind of the track that we've been on with zombies as a whole is just not looking good. With MWZ being such a success, and then them just letting it basically die. I'm not going to say it's dead or it is dying, but it seems like that is kind of what they're doing. Maybe someone else comes in here and works on MWZ, tries to pick it back up, whatever the case may be, but I just highly doubt that is going to happen. And now with Gulf War coming out, let's just say they've been working on it for a year, 8 months, whatever the case may be, maybe a little bit longer. I just don't think it has got the required attention that it needs to have, and the way it's been going is what's led me to believe that. If it were up to me, what I would do is I would say, look, we have CODs coming out every year, and now they're wanting to add Call of Duty to Modern Warfare and in the Black Ops series, so working on zombies every year, it is not going to be what the zombies community really wants. Now, there are people in the zombies community who love MWZ, and they can't stand round-based zombies. And then you have the people on the other hand who don't like the open world aspect, the war zone aspect of it, where they just say, hey, here's the war zone map, let's put zombies on it, let's put contracts, and let's make it war zone zombies. Now, do I want to have faith in the team that is in charge of making these zombies for Gulf War? Of course I do, and I want the zombies to be a fun experience that everyone can like and love, and especially make content on. As someone like myself, as much as I am just a fan of playing them and just enjoying good games in general. So this is Philip from the future jumping in. I just wanted to say 2 quick things. I was in the middle of editing this and they came to mind. One of them is I severely want and hope that the next zombies and the upcoming zombie games are good and what the people want as a community. I know it sounds like I'm being just negative and I don't have faith, but that's just where I'm at. But believe me, as much as anyone, I want it to be good. And secondly, when I talk about content creators, they have a bigger effect on these games than I think people know. Look for Black Ops 4. Look at Black Ops 4, for example. The game is, in my eyes, criminally underrated. The maps are good. You still have that zombies feel to it. It is a nice, solid game. You got good maps. You can tell they put some effort into a few of them. Granted, there's a couple of them I hate. There's a few of them I don't like. But really, it's not nearly as bad as the hate it perceived when it came out. And I think everyone jumped on the bandwagon, oh, this isn't Black Ops 3, immediately because we were coming off of that. They didn't want anything to do with it. And I think as a whole, content creators really putting all this negative connotation out there, really just hammering it, saying it's this, and really everyone kind of hating on it, because I didn't see too many people at all that actually enjoyed it. And I think they had a bigger effect on the zombies after that than they really think. They hammered Black Ops 4 into the ground, and really for no good reason, in my opinion. I just wanted to say that about content creators, and they actually, have a bigger effect on things than people might think, especially big streamers, big YouTubers, big personalities, so on and so forth. So when someone or everyone all just joins together and says, hey, this is trash, let's bash it, blah, 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 we're not even giving it a chance. It's kind of what happens. You kind of force the hand. And I'm not saying that's guaranteed what happened. I'm just saying that's my opinion. That's what I think about it, okay? But yeah, back to the video. I really like it when I can make content on it. Again, content creators in general. There have been going on years, really, where it's been hard to make quality zombies content that people want to see. And you can tell just Call of Duty in general based off the views, kinds of videos they make, and so on and so forth. And I'm not saying it needs to be just like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, or anything like that. Cold War Zombies, in my opinion, was really good. It was really good. If we had something more like Cold War Zombies going forward, I think if Gulf War is more like that, it would be perceived better. But that's just my opinion. That's just what I think. I think it would be perceived better. I enjoyed Cold War. I thought it was fine. Of course, there's things that I didn't like, and there's things that I would fix. But for the most part, I thought it was an overall really solid experience. But again, guys, I don't know. It's just all rumor, speculation, stuff you see online. This is really just to bring any people who are out of the loop more into the loop of kind of what's going on, what's happening, how it's been, and kind of my thoughts and opinions on it. Now, how does this tie in with the channel and content creation for me? As you guys know, I don't play much MWZ on the channel, really none at all. I played a game of it, and that was about it. I find it hard making content on that type of zombies. And maybe that says something about me, I don't know. I just find it difficult, and when it comes down to it, it's not something I truly want to make content on like I do a good round-based zombies experience. Now, if the next Call of Duty Zombies is subpar or something that the people don't want to see, people don't want, and it's not that good, let's just say it's MWZ but worse or something like that, they just completely fumble, what will I be doing? Because as much as I love playing Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and all these other ones, I play a little bit of Advanced, Infinite Warfare, stuff like that, but these games are old, right? We're playing games that are 12, 10, 8 years old, and that's crazy. I feel like that is ridiculous. And I'm not saying I don't love it, and I'm not saying I don't have fun, and I'm not saying none of that stuff at all. However, if Zombies doesn't pick itself back up, for me, I'm not sure how long I'm going to make fully fledged Zombies content. Now, I would love to still play Zombies, and I think I will always play Zombies to some degree on this channel, regardless. But if by the end of the year the Zombies comes out and I'm not feeling it like I am some of the others, then expect to see a change up in the channel slightly. I'm not sure what it would be. That's a long ways from now. I got a lot of videos to make before then. A lot of things could happen before then, as you guys know. That's a lot of time. But just a heads up, if something like that happens, don't be surprised if you see me and honestly many other Zombies creators kind of just not fade off, but kind of fade off the Zombies, because I don't know what we're gonna do here. You know what I mean? Kind of hard to put into words, but I hope you guys can kind of get what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down. You know what I'm saying? I hope you can kind of pick up what I'm putting down. All in all, I think Zombies is in a bad state. I think it needs a revamp, and I don't think gods should release yearly, and I don't think they should have a Zombies every year. I don't. I think they need an every other year release. I think Treyarch needs to make zombies for Treyarch and Activision. And I think Infinity Ward, if they want to make zombies like they did earlier in the years, they can. The Infinite Warfares, do something like that. It's not hard. Like, I know they want to keep changing it. People complain. Like, if we got something that was just like one of those, Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare Zombies, people will be complaining, oh, it's the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing, bro. I'm tired of this, blah, blah, blah. That's just how it is. Again, I'm not saying it needs to do that. I'm not saying it needs to go back to that. I'm just saying it needs a revamp. It needs something refreshing, but in a good way. That kind of brings you back to the old feeling. Not like a nostalgia bait where they just remaster this, remaster that, or bring something in through a battle pass. Nothing like that. But yeah, that's really my thoughts and opinions on all that. Again, it's not all facts. It's just stuff I've been seeing. I just wanted to talk about it. Just kind of share my 2 cents, if that makes sense. Kind of keep you guys in the loop about MWZ, Call of Duty going forward, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's going to be for this video, and I will see you all Tuesday with a new video. Peace out.